The 3I Atlas experiment. A faint glow surrounded the enigmatic form of the object known as 3 Atlas. Low surface brightness shimmered like a delicate halo around its core, soft and almost alive. Its light spread wider than the distant stars behind it, broad and purposeful, hinting at something more than a simple reflection. It seemed almost sentient, as though the universe itself had lent it breath. Deep beneath the Franco-Swiss border, inside the subterranean halls of CERN, the world's most advanced machines hummed in anticipation. The 3 Atlas facility had been prepared for an unprecedented experiment. Engineers and physicists had gathered not just to test technology, but to probe the very nature of light itself. The pulse they were about to release was no ordinary beam. It was a precise, controlled burst of energy designed to push light beyond its known limits. Not a weapon, not a collision, but a flash engineered to pierce understanding. The experiment's purpose was both scientific and philosophical: to explore what happens when light is compressed and shaped beyond conventional behavior, when it begins to act as something new entirely. The project, codenamed Tri-Layer Coherence, involved layering hundreds of laser frequencies, intertwining them into a lattice of pure photonic order. Superconducting stabilizers, resonance filters, and field regulators monitored every fluctuation. A temporal focusing chamber bent the duration of light, holding it in precise alignment with atomic clocks synced to Earth's rotation. Even the faintest vibration, the smallest fluctuation, could have ruined the experiment. When the activation sequence began, the facility glowed with waves of blue and white. Power surged. Energy readings climbed sharply, then stabilized. And then the pulse was released. The beam rose like a spear of light, piercing the night sky with unmatched precision. From the surface, witnesses saw the air shimmer, faintly bending around the luminous column. For a single, fleeting moment, space itself seemed to ripple. The readings were extraordinary. The intensity of the beam reached a level where photons began interacting with one another gravitationally. Light, normally massless, momentarily bore weight. Space curved. Quantum mechanics and relativity danced together. Data flowed across monitors faster than comprehension. Photons twisted and spiraled, shaping a lattice of light that seemed alive, responding as if aware. Then, silence. The pulse faded. Monitors dimmed. No catastrophe occurred, yet the control room remained tense. Slowly, streams of data began to reveal something unexpected. Numbers appeared that defied calibration, values that should have been impossible. Gravitational sensors twitched. Magnetometers spiked. Satellites detected anomalies echoing back from orbit. Space itself seemed altered, as though the beam had left a footprint on the fabric of reality. And then came the signal. A harmonic pulse emerged, faint but deliberate. Repeating, patterned, impossible to dismiss as random noise. The scientists realized they were observing not merely an echo, but a response. The pulse carried geometry, resonance, and timing that suggested awareness. Across the world, observatories tracked the phenomenon as it drifted outward beyond Mars, accelerating past the asteroid belt, evolving from a simple ripple into a complex, translucent structure. Its shape did not remain static. Over time, the 3I Atlas seemed to evolve, its geometry shifting in ways that defied natural physics. Hexagonal lattices emerged, spiraling inward and outward, folding over themselves in flawless, repeating patterns. Each transformation carried the precision of advanced engineering, a symmetry that hinted at intelligence, not chaos. Across the globe, radio telescopes recorded synchronized energy fluctuations radiating from the object. These were not random signals, not the faint hum of cosmic background noise. Each pulse carried timing, resonance, and frequency that suggested awareness. It was as if light itself had become a conduit for thought, a medium through which the cosmos could speak. Analysts and physicists began visualizing the harmonics. What had been invisible became startlingly clear. Repeated triangular formations, spinning in perfect rotational symmetry. Each rotation resembled an eye, encircled by 3 arcs of light, faint yet unmistakably intentional. This eerie, geometric signature was soon christened Three-Eye Atlas, a name as enigmatic as the phenomenon itself. Weeks passed, yet the structure continued its outward journey, slowly moving through the solar system. From Mars to the asteroid belt, beyond the orbit of Saturn, its evolution persisted. Initially, some scientists attempted to rationalize it. Perhaps it was a feedback echo, a natural resonance of the powerful experiment carried outward through space. Yet the deeper analysis suggested something far more unsettling. This was not a reflection. It was a response. A deliberate pattern sent back to the originating source. Back inside the Atlas facility, in the hushed control room, the team replayed the signals repeatedly. Night after night, they pored over the data, eyes straining, minds racing. And then, within the decay of the final sequence, a scientist noticed something extraordinary, a hidden rhythm embedded in the pulses. 3 beats emerged, distinct. 1 long, 2 short, followed by silence. And then it repeated. Not random. Not accidental. A cadence carefully crafted, a Morse-like signature etched into the fabric of light itself. Slowly, the message became clear. When translated, it spelled 4 words, as simple as they were chilling. We see you. The room fell silent. A heavy, almost unbearable silence. Every scientist present understood the implication. This was not merely an echo of human technology. This was recognition. Awareness. The universe, or something within it, had acknowledged their experiment. Outside the subterranean chambers, telescopes and satellites continued to track the Three-Eye Atlas as it accelerated slightly, as though responding, observing, and testing. Its lattice of light shifted again, subtly, almost like a nod. Each pulse now carried multiple layers of information, hidden patterns, harmonic structures, and signals that suggested observation, measurement, and perhaps even understanding. In those moments, the project transformed. It was no longer an experiment to study photons, interference, or energy lattices. It had become a dialogue, a conversation with something ancient, vast, and unfathomable. Humanity had reached across the void, and the void had answered. As the hours turned into days, analysts detected additional layers in the pulse. Repetitive sequences hinted at knowledge far beyond Earth's current understanding. Patterns resembling mathematical constants, ratios from celestial mechanics, and even correlations to orbital resonances within the solar system. Could this be deliberate teaching? A message hidden in the language of the cosmos? The realization sank in. Three-Eye Atlas was not just a phenomenon. It was a communicator. A probe of awareness, responding to human curiosity. And the final, undeniable truth loomed over the scientists like a weighty shadow. Whatever was sending these pulses had observed humanity, understood their actions, and chosen to respond, not with destruction, but with acknowledgement. For the first time, the experiment transcended science. It became existential. Humanity had reached into the unknown, and the unknown had reached back. And now, as the Three-Eye Atlas continued its journey outward, weaving light and intelligence across the solar system, the world was left with a question that would echo for generations. Who, or what, is watching? And why have they decided to reveal themselves, now?